It is going live, and I think we're live now. We're live. We're broadcasting out there in the wild, wild world of YouTube on a live broadcast on a Saturday. And this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. This is our 313th episode, and it's about 7:19 a.m., which is a couple hours after the 5 a.m. hour. But since we had a holiday, Trash Day, and we always talk about Fridays, get kind of crazy with Trash Day. And so they shift the day off. So priorities, got to get the priorities out. I'm not chasing the trash truck down the street. So here we are talking about it. Make it late today. We talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way. But you know what I want to talk about? It's Agile and Scrum, but it could be applied to anything you do, anything we do. It's about meetings, right? Oh, meetings. We love meetings. We want to go to meetings all day. My life's all full of meetings. My Outlook calendar is just full of meetings. I love meetings. Invite me to more meetings. So I'm going to hit 2 points on meetings, and we're going to keep this short since it is Saturday here. It's weekend, right? So I had written this out, and then Friday thing happened too. So it really is funny. It's classic. I was reading a book, or was it? It might have been the servant leader thing the video, and I had to figure out where it was. And I'm reading a couple books, so it's kind of a mishmash right now, unless I write the page number of the topic I wrote. Somewhere talking about strategic meetings, and the idea was, maybe it was a seminar. I don't know. They're all really getting mushy now. Don't hold strategic meetings on a Friday or during lunch, right? Why do you need to hold? What's so critical? So people wonder why people don't attend meetings or don't participate. Why is it so critical to have a strategic long-term type meeting during lunch or late on a Friday? No one's going to want to go, and the priority's not there. And this is where the Agile and Scrum and how we do things, and a lot of times this is more Scrum-like. The priority, if it's a long-term goal and you have months out to get this accomplished, why would you want to hold it on a Friday evening just to make your people stay around or do something that, they're like, hey, can this give me real value? My last couple of hours work here in the office for the week, I can do something that's really valuable that's going to give a return, immediately. Those strategic long-term meetings should be held in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, right? And during a period when people are focused, they're in their job, they're there. Not on a Friday, not during lunch period, because it tells your people you don't value their time and their personal time. It's like, I don't care what you got to do. You just got to show up to this meeting, and we got to talk about something we're not going to implement for like 6 months. That's not the right way of doing it. So I forget where I read it. If I find it, I'll bring it back on another show, and if I ever remember where it was, but it was something I had written down about doing those meetings, that if they're long-term, don't do them on a Friday evening. And in fact, the funny thing is I had 2 of them yesterday, and I wrote this down like weeks ago, so I tried to figure out what it was. And I'm just thinking, oh God, why are we having strategic meetings late in the afternoon on Friday or late in the evening, because no one's going to participate. Yeah, the other thing I want to ask is that
Mom made really good cookies.
Mom made really good cookies?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's like the best one you ever had.
Best cookie ever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got to end this show quick because there's apparently cookies that have been cooking in the morning. I guess that's the new breakfast food of champions, cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And then my other question is, do your meetings have values? We were having a discussion. We had this planning for our PI event coming up, and no managers are in attendance to this meeting. And there's been a lot of meetings like that. And, it's funny. There's nobody there. There's no managers, people that do the work, but nobody present to get their feedback. And the whole purpose of the meeting is to get feedback and decision-making from the managers. And we're talking to an RTE. And sometimes I throw things out there just to make them think. I said, does the meeting have value? Apparently not, because if the managers aren't showing up or key decision makers aren't showing up, we are not promoting the value of this meeting, nor do they see value in attending the meeting. Sometimes as an Agile coach, you have to ask those tough questions because no one else in the room will do it. Got a lot of pansy coaches out there that won't bring up the topic. We schedule this meeting. We take up time. Everybody says they don't have enough time because they're on those meetings. And we do this. We do this weekly. They have a crazy meeting they do every week for this portfolio thing. And I'm like, and the managers aren't attending. That should tell you something, that they do not value this meeting. They are not seeing value return of their time. There's things that have more value with their time than to attend this meeting. And the question is, hey, Edwin, how are you over there? Must be late in the evening over there. Good evening. But if you're attending, no one is attending meetings. The question is, do they have value? And you have to ask yourself, good morning, good evening for Edwin. Edwin was one of the guys we interviewed, and he's up. But you have to ask yourself as a coach, Scrum Master, or anybody, any organization, if you're holding meetings on a weekly basis and no one's attending, they're not adding value. And there's other things people would have value with their time. Maybe you need to stop them for a while. Or maybe you need to rethink about it. Maybe you really need to do a good facilitated agenda. Let everybody know. Make sure you're hitting the customer's needs and points they want to know about. And it's not just a presentation of the world, right? It's a waste. So those are two things I noticed lately that a lot of organizations do. Just having meetings for meeting's sake, and none of the decision makers are there. And you got to ask yourself, does this meeting have value? And with that, I will say good morning, good afternoon. Have a great day. Thumbs up if you like the show. Gotta put thumbs up. Ooh. And then ring the bell when you get notified we go live. We're doing it nonstop for 313 days so far. So we'll see how everything else goes and put more stuff up. And you have an awesome day. Happy scrumming. Enjoy your weekend.